the ptarmigan. Their mottled brown feathers make them inconspicuous among the rocks and heather. But in winter, these mountains are hard places in which to live. Temperatures drop, and the land can, overnight, be covered by a blanket of snow. Most birds by now have gone south to warmer parts of the world, but not the ptarmigan. When winter comes, they undergo the most extraordinary change. They replace their brown feathers with pure white ones. They do so for a simple reason. They must go unnoticed. They need to hide. This open habitat makes the ptarmigan very vulnerable to predators. Being the right color is crucial. Now they are invisible even to a keen-eyed eagle. Ptarmigan are not the only animals to use this disappearing act. So does the Arctic fox, snowshoe hares, and weasels. All, with the coming of winter, change their coats and vanish from sight. Their transformation is triggered by the decreasing daylight, and over several weeks, they replace their brown costumes with white ones. So, changing color with the seasons, for some animals, is the only way to avoid becoming a meal. But many plants, of course, do the reverse. In spring, they produce color to declare that they're providing food, nectar. Bees and many other insects love it. In spring and summer, they travel busily from flower to flower, collecting it. And when the bees leave to look for more, they inadvertently take pollen with them, which then fertilizes the next flowers they visit. But there's a hunter here that exploits this relationship. A crab spider. She's tiny, no bigger than a fingernail, and she's waiting for her prey. Almost the same color as her background. She's virtually invisible. No more honey for her. But of course, the spider's hunting grounds are limited. Not all flowers are yellow. When she sits on a pure white petal, she immediately becomes obvious. She will never catch a bee while she's so conspicuous. So she changes. She breaks down the yellow pigments in the outer layer of her skin to expose special crystals underneath that act like tiny mirrors and reflect the light. It may take a few days, but she turns from yellow to white. Changing colour isn't the spider's only trick. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Bees can see colours that we cannot. They can see ultraviolet colours. As they come in to land on the flower, they use special sensors that can detect ultraviolet patterns on the flower's petals. We can see them too, with our special UV camera. There are dark lines on the petals that mark the landing strips for the bees, guiding them to the nectar. The spider, however, has developed a way to exploit these signals. Watching her with our UV camera, we can see that she reflects ultraviolet light, so she appears even more conspicuous sitting on a flower. This extra brilliance acts as a kind of super signal which the bee can't resist. And the spider benefits. In fact, the bees are more than 3 times as likely to visit flowers with UV reflecting spiders on them than those without. The crab spider uses a sophisticated range of colours to deceive its prey. But colour can also be used in a simpler, even more surprising way to confuse the enemy. And on the plains of Kenya's Masai Mara, there's one animal that uses just 2 colours to outwit its predators. The zebra. Its black and white coat makes it extremely obvious as it grazes out on the open grasslands. Other grazers have softer, gently varied coloration, which blends with their background. So it seems strange that zebras apparently do quite the opposite. Particularly as they live in a world where there are so many hunters. Lions, hyenas, and cheetah. The boldly striped zebra seem to be asking for trouble. How do they get away with it? The question has been hotly debated by naturalists for centuries. New research is now suggesting an answer. To understand how it might work, we need to consider the particular colours involved. Black and white are 2 of the most contrasting colours. And no 2 animals have exactly the same pattern, so each has a unique whole-body fingerprint. But when the zebras move, the stripes create confusion. It's known as motion dazzle. and it makes it difficult for a predator to keep focused on one particular target. The cheetah, looking for a meal. To make a successful strike, they must judge the distance accurately and time it perfectly. So if a zebra's stripes can confuse the cheetah just for a few crucial seconds, it may escape. But there's another threat on these plains. Flies. They are a real pest here. They're not just a nuisance. They carry diseases, some of which are particularly nasty, even deadly. Despite the huge numbers of flies, the zebras appear remarkably untroubled by them. There are plenty of flies around, but few actually land on the zebra. One theory is that the black and white stripes make it difficult for flies to judge the distance. To test this idea, scientists counted how many flies landed on animals with gently graded colors and how many landed on the zebra's stripes. They found that 4 times fewer flies landed on zebras than on their more plainly colored neighbors.
Get ready for movie night. Tonight, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Tomorrow night, I Am Number 4. See you there.
This is the future of golf. It all starts here.
Live Golf is back. The 2025 Global Golf Superstars battle in a team-powered competition.
It's going to be legendary. Let's go!
The Hong Kong Golf Club presents Live Golf Hong Kong 2025, Saturday and Sunday at 1 in the afternoon.